Okay, so sorry for the lack of video here, guys. Just some breaking news I saw 15 hours ago. Gilbert Burns tweeted, "The fight has been offered. As always, I said yes. On my way to Miami. Can't wait to as soon as I land tomorrow to have at UFC contract on my email. Waiting on you at T Woodley to say yes. At Dana White. At Ali Abdelaziz. At Sean Shelby. Let's go. Hashtag AAA." So from Gilbert Burns' Twitter, it sounds like he has been offered the fight. Exactly where that will take place, not exactly sure, but check back in, and as we get more news, I will make more videos. So yeah, sorry about the lack of video here, guys, and now on to the regularly scheduled video. Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to my Untitled Pick series. I'm your host, Tim, and this is a special news presentation. There's a fair amount of news and updates going around with the UFC today, so let's get right into it. When Dana White talked with ESPN Thursday night, he informed them of his game plan to move 3 UFC events to the UFC Apex Center in Las Vegas, Nevada, and that UFC Fight Night London would continue as planned for March 21st. The British government announced the decision to ban mass gatherings, and the US government extended its travel ban to include the UK and Ireland, thus effectively canceling UFC Fight Night London. On top of that, the Nevada Athletic Commission ruled that they would ban MMA events until March 25th, effectively ruining White's plan to host the events at the UFC Apex facility in Las Vegas. Dana is still adamant that the fights and the show must go on. White told ESPN, "The fights can't happen here in Vegas, so we're working to find new locations. We'll keep finding a way to put the fights on. I'm in the fight business. I've been doing this for over 20 years, and this stuff happens to me every weekend, so I'm used to this stuff. Not at this level, obviously, but this is what we do. We always make sure the fights happen, and they're going to continue to happen." The UFC is now scrambling, looking for a new home for these events, including trying to form a new card and rematch of fighters for the UFC event that was supposed to take place this Saturday, March 21st, with none of the UK or European talent being able to compete in the US. We saw a host of fighters post to their social media announcing that their fights had been canceled, including Leon Edwards, Mark Diakese, Danny Roberts, Lerone Murphy, and more. In my opinion, I'd say it's very unlikely that they'll be able to find a new location, have everything in order, and be able to put together a new card for the show that's supposed to happen this Saturday, which was previously called UFC Fight Night London. It would make sense to potentially push back all of those fights, at least the US fighters from that card, to help fill out maybe fights from for the next 3 cards that are supposed to take place, as there may be more travel restrictions or fighters having to pull out in the near future. Let's see. Although since the Leon Edwards cancellation, Gilbert Burns and Colby Covington have both tweeted offering to step in. We saw Covington tweet, "Word on the street is at Leon Scott is out. The UFC and America need a hero. Who wants to see America's champ put the hashtag MAGA cape back on and beat the F out of Tyron Woodley live on ESPN next week for your entertainment and my own personal pleasure." It's my personal opinion that Colby would not fight Woodley on short notice. I just don't think Colby is willing to risk going in there and getting his butt knocked out on short notice. So I'm rather skeptical on Covington stepping in, and honestly, I'm very doubtful that this event is even going to happen. Now let's look back at some UFC Brasilia news. There was a bit of a weird interaction between Renato Moicano and Damir Hadzovic after the fight, with Moicano getting in Hadzovic's face and really just seeming very fired up. It wasn't shown on the broadcast, but after the fight, Moicano was speaking to Hadzovic and said, "I wanted to fight more," to which Hadzovic responded, "Then you shouldn't have submitted me." This also led to the hilarious moment after the winner was announced, where Bisping asked the crowdless arena to, quote, "make some noise." After the fight, you had Kevin Lee giving an interview shirtless while wearing a chain and a backpack, proclaiming that he, quote unquote, choked himself out, and that quote unquote, "it'd be a good minute before y'all see me again," suggesting that he may take a few years off to try to improve his overall game before returning to active competition. I personally think that these are rather hasty remarks from Lee here. I can understand after losing the fight that he's disappointed, but it really just seems like he's in his feelings, and I'm pretty uncertain if he truly means what he's saying. If we end up seeing Kevin Lee compete in about 3 to 6 months' time, he'll probably catch a lot of flack, a lot of hate for these comments that he made in this interview. We also had Rani Yahya ask for an immediate rematch after his draw against Enrique Barzola. That was a fight that I thought Yahya deserved the decision victory, although he definitely started to gas out as the fight moved into the later rounds. Barzola did probably win round 3, but you had a majority draw with 2 judges scoring the draw, and the other judge giving it to Yahya. We also had Amanda Ribas call for the Paige VanZant fight again. That just doesn't seem like a great fight for Ribas, in my opinion. I don't know why all these women seem to want to fight Paige VanZant, other than, that she's a name, that they could, boost their own popularity. A lot of them, it seems like, feel that she doesn't deserve, the promotion or the spotlight that she's received from the UFC. But it also seems like a lot of these women that want to fight VanZant, already passed her in skill and ranking. So it really just doesn't seem like Ribas fighting her here would be a good move. It seems like a move in the wrong direction and just a step down in competition for her. I'd like to see her, get a tougher fight. Maybe someone in the top 10 after this. So we also saw an interview of Anthony Rumble Johnson coming out saying that he's looking to fight this year in either a heavyweight or light heavyweight bout. That he's interested in fighting anyone and everyone. That he's quote unquote trying to bury everyone. So we look forward to Anthony Rumble Johnson's hopeful return this year. It'd be really nice to see him come back. I'll continue to provide updates as they break. Links to the original articles or videos referenced will be included in the description. If you enjoyed this special news presentation, hit the like button. If you want to stay up to date with my future videos, then don't forget to subscribe. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, leave a comment down below. Hide your wives, hide your kids. Keep your hand sanitizer close because Corona is coming. I hope everyone can stay safe out there. Things are starting to shut down, schools, etc. Work will probably be canceling. So, stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you for all your support, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.